Well, the January transfer window was more about who we lost than who we brought in. And considering the fact we didn't have a lot of money and our wage budget's kind of maxed out, that's understandable. But I scouted my tail off in November, found some promising youth players, and I think if they're able to stay here, we're setting ourselves up really well. My name's FM Jellicoe, and this is the Red Devils Rising. It's really more about the players that left than anything else. I did bring Ben Shackleton back. He went out on loan to Blackpool at the beginning of the season, played a total of 4 games, talked to the coach 3 times. He was like, I'll get it fixed, I'll get it fixed, I'll get it fixed. I was like, you know what? I'm a nice guy. I gave you 2 chances. There's no third chance. So I brought him back. Oliver Diddle, a very good youth player, 17 years old, ton of potential. 2-star current ability, or half-star current ability, 3.5-star potential ability. I think this is a glitch here. It's showing his current ability in the numbers. That's got to be a skin issue. Yeah, that's his grade. It's just an issue with the skin. Left to Gruther Firth for $500,000, go up to $1.3 million. Anto Gergic wasn't getting any playing time, wanted to go out on loan. When I put him out there on loan, Adana actually made an offer for him straight up. And I said, yeah, sure. And he said, yeah, sure. He was more than happy to go. Nicodemo Santini. This was kind of a kick in the pants. Went to SV Werder. He's got a ton of potential. He's 19 years old. He's got 4.5-star potential. And I think if he gets the playing time and he improves his determination, he will get there. I had him in a mentor group, and I did everything I could to get that determination up, and it didn't work. And frankly, if his determination and flair were reversed, I would feel a lot worse about this sale than I actually do. But I really value determination in a player. That might be wrong, but I value it. Leon Shakora went to Zwickau on loan just to get some playing time, 2-star current ability, 4-star potential ability. Wanted to get him some game time against some better quality opponents. And then Matias Sosa went on loan to Nuremberg. Wanted some playing time, wasn't going to see first team playing time here. He's pretty much maxed out. I don't believe he's ever going to get to that 3 stars unless he got a ton of playing time, and frankly, he just wasn't going to get a ton of playing time here. So on the ends, the first end, Jose Jesus from 26 de Febrero. I have no idea where that club is. I want to say, if I click on it, it just says under 19s. And they are Spanish under. Okay, so they're a Spanish club, semi-pro, fairly new. They're probably like 3rd or 4th level or something like that. Maybe 5th level were real high and started out. Saw what I like. He came across as a spirited youngster with a couple of good attributes that I could see. Brought him in on a trial. He graded out at 4.5 stars. And he's only 16 years old. 17 bravery already, 11 decision making, 11 determination, 12 leadership, 13 teamwork, 13 work rate, 7 marking, 10 passing, 11 tackling, 13 technique already. Physically, he's already pretty solid. A 6 jumping reach. He's 5'7" and 127 pounds, but 14 acceleration, 11 agility. I went back to Febrero and said, how much would it take to get him? And they said, they're 20,000 euros. And I said, here's 2 10,000 euro bills. Jan, probably Jan. Zivkak comes from Sparta Prague, kind of the same thing. Came across as a fairly professional kid. And my first impressions of him were the 17 agility and the 16 pace. And a couple of these here, like the anticipation and stuff like that. Brought him in on trial, 2-star current ability, 4.5-star potential ability, winger and striker. I'm going to need those guys here in a couple of years, and it would pay to have some youth players on the bench, especially youth players who, if they don't start for me, I know I can turn around and sell for a boatload of money. And he, I think, fits that bill. Sparta Prague wanted 53,000 euros for him. I said, sure. And then Mario Arias from Arnold de Gijon, the Gijon B team. I don't believe they are. They're the youth squad for Gijon, maybe. got released by them. And I don't know why, because he's a 1.5-star current 4.5-star potential player who's fairly determined. And at the moment, his only real weaknesses are long throws, marking, tackling, and leadership. And he's a striker. I mean, this kid could have started for us and probably been a decent contributor when we were back down in 3 Bundesliga. I mean, physically, okay, he's not the best, but he's got a 17 natural fitness, and everything else is above an 8. Aggression, anticipation, decision-making, determination, flair, off the ball, work rate are all really solid. He's got 15 finishing, 10 first touch, 13 heading, 11 passing, 15 technique already as a 17-year-old. So he's definitely going to see some playing time on the under-19s this year and probably next season. And then depending on how much longer this save goes, maybe 2 or 3 years tops, I'd loan him out. And that was the transfer window in a nutshell. And George just decided to eat. Schedule-wise, we fell back to earth after our goal explosion against Augsburg and Bochum. Bayer Leverkusen beat us 3-2. Goebbels had a goal. De Gracke had a goal, but Jonathan Tah scored in the 85th minute to put them above us. This was a very back-and-forth game. They had more shots and more on target, but we held our own. Mazzini has been absolutely fabulous these past few games. He's got the highest average rating on the team, and frankly, he deserves it because he's been doing heroes work between the sticks. I think it's Borussia Dortmund. I'd like to say we gave them a game. We really didn't. They had 15 shots, 8 on target. We had 8 and 5. By all rights, they should have had 3 woodwork hits. They had at least 3 shots where I think it hit a player before it hit the woodwork, and that's why they're not counting as a woodwork hit. But as you can see, Holland was on a 7-5, Reina was on an 8-5, Bellingham a 7-7, Gomez on an 8-4. Their offense was just all over us. How they did not score more than 3 goals, I don't know. Although, admittedly, after the 7th minute, I thought maybe, hey, we have a chance. And then that rapidly went away. Against Wolfsburg, we beat them 3-2. Gennaro a goal, Goebbels a goal, Vallejo a goal. We totally offended them. This 95th minute goal. But that's after they got a questionable penalty in the 58th minute. I mean questionable penalty. And had 22 shots, 12 on target to our 9 and 5. This game should have been a draw. We didn't deserve the win, but, you know, the FM gods give, the FM gods take, and this time they gave. Against Hoffenheim, this was a draw, 2-0. Vallejo a goal, Goebbels a goal. We were both fairly even. They had more shots on target, but we had the same. They had more shots and more shots on target. We had 21-8. They had 25-12. They had 1 clear-cut chance, 1 half chance. Possession was equal. They had a couple. Their offense was really good. Our defense was really good, and we just, FM gives, FM takes. 94th minute extra time goal. Hoffenheim. That was the game I was just talking about against Mainz. We absolutely came alive. 5-0. Goebbels a brace of goals. Beschger a goal. De Gracke a goal. Markovic a goal. We had 18 shots, 11 on target. They had 31 and 14. But, Bella was on a 5-6. Ozunali was on a 6-2. Hefty was on a 6-4. Muller was on a 6-5. They just did not have a good game. Kork and Niakite are decent players, but by themselves, they are not good enough to carry a squad. We, on the other hand, were absolutely spectacular across the board. I mean, this game got off to a quick start. Goebbels scored in the 2nd minute. Beschger scored in the 17th minute off of a free kick. Off a free kick or a corner kick. I can't remember off the top of my head. De Gracke scored in the 25th minute. I mean, it was 4-0 at the half, for crying out loud. And they just essentially gave up in the second half. Hertha BSC, enemy of the people, Hertha. I'm probably talking about what we played last time, aren't I? It's been a couple days since I sat down to this. It's my own damn fault. Hugo Vallejo scored, brace of goals. We beat them 2-1, 10 shots, 5 on target to the 23-9. I'm finding out what's happening is we are giving up a lot of shots, but they're very from outside the box, the corner of the box, and the defense has just been good enough. So as long as our offense is scoring, I'm willing. If a team has 50 shots on us, they have 50 shots on us. If they get only 1 goal after that as a result of that 50 shots, I am okay with that. Bayer Bayern was Bayern. They absolutely dominated us. Malcolm had a goal in the 2nd minute. The 51st minute, they had 27 shots, 12 on target, to our 12 and 3. Mazzini, fabulous between the sticks. That's why they don't have more than 2 goals. Everybody in their squad just had a really good game. And the only way we were going to beat Bayern, good grief, I'm going to get those two mixed up all the time, was if we had our A+ game and they had like a C- game, and they did not have a C- game. We had a friendly against PS, that was a draw, and then against Eintracht Frankfurt, we got absolutely raffle-stomped. Holy cow. We had 15 shots, 9 on target, but I did not see any of our highlights other than the Graca goal in the 52nd minute. Kostic had a brace of goals, Andre Silva had a brace of goals, Andre Hahn had a goal. They just bossed us from beginning to end. And that leaves us solidly mid-table on 26 points. 19 games played, 7 wins, 5 draws. That's what, 12, that's 7 losses in 8th place. So we're doing okay. It's kind of a crowded field here. I'd like to think we're avoiding a relegation fight because you have to go down to 21 and 18 points, but there's still half a season left, a little bit more than half a season left. So I think today is going to be a good idea of where we're going to set ourselves up for the rest of the season. We got RB Leipzig in our Bundesliga match, and then we're playing Wolfsburg again in the Pokal. This is an interesting screen. I don't know that I've used this before. So, but that's what's going on today. So I am going to double check my best available 11, set the reserves, and we're going to come back with our match against RB Leipzig in just a bit. The one thing I didn't talk about was injuries. We haven't had anyone out with a major injury, but like De Graca's out for a couple of weeks sort of thing. So after this, we'll take a look at that. So we got Mazzini in goal, Abu, Jamelka, Bezger, and Felicioli as the defensive back four. Bresciani and Gennaro as the midfielders. Markovic and Francisco as the attacking midfielders. Twazi and Gubbles up top as the strikers. So I had a couple of youth players coming to me all upset that I didn't send them out on loan like I promised them I would. I put them out on loan. No one wanted them, and the one team that the one guy did negotiate with, he walked away from. And apparently that's somehow my fault? I don't think so. Now they're both furious with me, but you know what? They're youngsters. They can be furious all they want. Abu on the throw-in. Bresciani. Abu knocks it forward. Twazi. Nice first touch. Cuts inside. Still going. Dinks it up to Ilarugi. To Francisco. That's who that is. Fliccioli. Back to Ilarugi. Sends it in. Oh. Okay, the number 5 headed it right at the keeper. I don't know if that was intentional or planned. Markovic sends the ball in. It's knocked away. Felicioli gets there first, though. Oh, why would you cut it off there? Sabitzer sends it in, and Gvardiol scores. Two of my guys went up for him, and he still managed to get his head on and score. No bueno. Markovic. Knocked away. Bresciani's going to run it down. Gets by the one defender, feeds Markovic, takes the shot, bounces it off the post. Wolber gets the rebound. He drives forward. Gets it to Morelos. Back to Elmas. He feeds Ronaldo, not that Ronaldo. Madi to Caro. Good God, I hope it's not that Ronaldo. To Wolber. Elmas at the top of the box skies it. Is it the younger Brazilian Ronaldo? Gubbles. Oh, he's totally fouled by Vallejo. That's a straight red. Come on, ref. All right. I don't know what George has seen outside to let him bark like that, but okay. Flihioli. And he throws it right away to Matty, but Gennaro intercepts his pass. Abu, top of the box, takes the shot. Far post and in. Not bad for the young defensive right back. That's not a shot I would normally expect him to take. But he was left all alone, and that whole portion of the goal was wide open. Why wouldn't you take the shot? Well struck, young sir. Am I getting him mixed up with someone else? It would be totally like me to get him mixed up with someone else. He's probably... No, he's my lone player. I'm almost positive. We'll check it out here in a minute. Good grief. Elmas sends it up to Pinheiro. Flikioli gets in front of it. Ronaldo takes the shot, bounces off, knocked away. Francisco drives forward. Drops it off to Gubbles. Back to Francisco. He's got help. He cuts inside. Gubbles to Gennaro. Oh, knocked away. I don't know what the heck was going on there. They totally misplayed that. Ronaldo back to Elmas. Up to Ronaldo. And he bounces it off. It goes out for the corner kick. Bresciani knocks that away. Goes right to Sabitzer, though. Sabitzer holds it up, gets it back to Gvardiol, to Madi, to Pinheiro, to Elmas. Morelos. We've got a one-player advantage. I don't know where that one player is. Abu sends it forward, but Sabitzer runs it down before Markovic can get there. To Wober. Back to Elmas. To Pinheiro. Caro. Takes the oh, good grief. Unreal. Yeah, Abu is the youth player I brought in on loan because he's got the blacked out face for the profile. I don't know what Mazzini was thinking. It certainly wasn't. I'm going to try and block that. Good grief. A goal in the extra half, or the extra minutes of the first half. That's after Abu scored. It's got to be Ronaldo Kamara. Yep. Ooh. Ooh. That is a good center. That is a very good center mid. Oh, come on, guys. We're 54 minutes in. This is the first highlight. Markovic to Francisco. Gubbles is there, and we equalize. His 17th goal of the season. Nice header by Francisco to get it down. Left foot tap in for Willem. Coming up on 60 minutes. Okay, we are going to make a couple of changes here. Bresciani's kind of gassed. We're going to get Soro on for Bresciani. We're going to get Faki on for Markovic. 75 minutes. Gennaro's at 61%. We're going to swap him out here. Bring on Glen Ray. We're attacking. I told the guys to press forward, and we're totally not going to get this win, even though we deserve it because we're a player up and we've been better than them most of the game. If don't look at the attributes here, I can. On flipping real. 62 minutes of being up a man, and we could not get it done. Holy smokes. I am totally not happy with your performance out there. I'm going to walk away from this because he's slightly interested. Okay. We're going to discuss a new contract with you. End of the season. Okay. He said he's not interested in discussing it right now. We got Wolfsburg coming up in 3 days. I got to switch my training out here real quick. But first, we're going to save the game, and then we will be back with our Pokal match against Wolfsburg in just a bit. Hopefully, we can do a hell of a lot better against them than we did against Leipzig. Good grief. Well, I'm not saying we got the band back together. We got most of the band back together. We got Mazzini in goal, Abu, Jamelka, Bezgrin, and Felicioli as the defensive back four, Gennaro and Bresciani as the midfielders, Markovic and Tuazi as the attacking midfielders, De Graca and Gubbles up top as the strikers, and I bet I have Bresciani and Gennaro mixed up. Everybody's composed. I'm not going to mess with that. Just swap them out. The team Bresciani's from. Milan. The Milan head coach has come to me 3 times now. You're playing him out of position. I'm playing him in the midfield. You're playing him as a deep line playmaker. Well, yeah, but he's supposed to be on the right side. Are you kidding me? Ferres to Kamaldeen. Cuisance. Back to Ferres to Kamaldeen. I don't know if they're playing a rotated side or not. Something tells me not. Schmidt bounces his ball off. Zabr gets it out to Mababu. And Haber scores off the header. That was suboptimal. Holy cow. And it's raining. It's 4 days later. It's still raining. But it's bright out. Doesn't make a lot of sense. Oh, now they're going to proceed with the tactical changes. Felicioli and Schmidt steps in front of that, and Felicioli runs away from him. But he gets the ball back, and gets it back to Mazzini, who bombs it forward towards Gubbles, but Sutalo knocks it down to Zabr. Oh, Abu steps in front of... excuse me. That guy, Ferris blows by him. Zabr with the ball, out to Mababu. Centers it to Schmid, takes the shot, blasts it wide right. 20 minutes in, we have not had a single... Well, I take that back. We had 1 shot and 1 on target. Go us. Coming up on halftime. Very quiet first half. They've had all the shots. All the possession. Let's turn it on the second half, guys. Granted, we're around past where the board wanted us to get past. I believe they wanted us to get to the second round. Mazzini taps it to Jamelka off the goal kick. He sends it forward to De Graca, heads it down to Gennaro. He feeds Gubbles, who turns around and feeds De Graca. Surrounded by a bunch of Wolfsburg players, loses the ball. Zabr gets it. Mababu to Cuisance. Out to Schmidt. Long pass to Kamaldeen on the left. He drives forward, cuts inside, goes back outside. Centers it in. Bezger knocks it away. Tawazi heads it forward to Gubbles, who blows by the defender and is fouled. No, it wasn't fouled by Sutolo. It looks like he was tackled. And the ball ends up at Zabr's feet after some back and forth. Kluivert. Out to Mababu. Drives inside, bounces it off Gennaro, who gets it back. What the hell was that? I can't tell if Gennaro is tapping it back to Mazzini, and Mazzini just wasn't expecting it, and the ball goes too far for Gulls to get to it. Clayson with the ball for Wolfsburg. Kamaldeen drives forward, right side, gets by the defender, takes the shot, hits the post. You know what? It's only 55 minutes, but we're going to make some subs. Gennaro put a lot on that particular ball. We're going to get him off, bring on Soro. We're going to get Jamelka off, bring on Shackleton, and we're going to get Markovic off and bring on Thaki. Get some of the youngsters in. Because, frankly, from the looks of it, I don't think we're coming back from this one. But we will demand more from the boys. 3 shots, 2 on target. That's, wow. Cuisance on the free kick to Kluivert. Felicioli steps in front of it, bangs it up to De Graca, got by the one defender, and he scores. Nice. Best pickup of this season by far. Probably one of the best pickups ever I've had in Football Manager. For a guy on a free, he has been absolutely fabulous. Hopefully we can hold on to him. Hopefully. Mazzini to Shackleton. He bangs it forward towards Gubbles, but Sutolo steps in front of it, gets it to Kluivert. He feeds Kamaldeen. Crosses right, gets it out to Mababu. He's in the box, takes the shot, hits the post, and goes out. They counting that as a woodwork hit? No. Because it was off target. Well, thanks to a Gennaro own goal, we lose to Wolfsburg in the DFP Pokal third round. Gubbles can be frustrated all he wants because I am frustrated as well. The board wanted us to reach the second round. We got to the third, so they're happy. We got 702,000 euros. Who are we going to come back for? Borussia Mönchengladbach and Freiburg? There's Freiburg. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll come back for Borussia Mönchengladbach and Freiburg. They're both lower table teams, but it's an opportunity for us maybe to play some youngsters, maybe get ourselves right. We've got some decent opponents in between, and in Augsburg and Stuttgart, they're all good teams. So that was annoying. It's bad enough to lose on an admittedly boneheaded play, but on a play like that, it literally looked like Gennaro cocked his right leg back and that ball shot forward. That, I think it was a combination of things. Gennaro kicking the ball back there and Mazzini not expecting the ball to come back to him. But yeah, the way the ball moved and the way the net shook, you would have thought Gennaro was scoring in the opponent's goal. So the draw against Leipzig was nice, though. I think we still should have won that, even with the man advantage. They held us, and they actually scored after they were a man down, and that's just annoying as heck. But we're on our way to a mid-table finish, and I'm pretty happy with that. And next season we do better than mid-table. Next season we qualify, and maybe the year after that we're challenging for top 3. So probably 2 or 3 more saves. I've got some behind-the-scenes stuff I need to do on my playing journeyman, and I don't know how long that's going to take. A lot of it depends on my work schedule, and frankly, when January rolls around, we are going to be busier than heck. So, I'm going to keep this going. It could go down to 3 days a week sort of thing, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'm trying to keep the 4 uploads a week going now, and we'll just have to wait and see. But not as young as I used to be. That spare block of time I have between 2 and 4 a.m. doesn't last as long as it used to. So, we're losing too many games. Some of these should have been draws. And we're winning big, though. That's the frustrating thing. I mean, we've had games 5-1, 6-1, 5-0. We need to put together a good run, if only to finish out the season strong. With that said, if you did like what you've seen and heard, please have a like, subscribe to the channel for more content, questions, criticisms, comments. Leave those down below. I'll answer those as fast as I can. My name is FM21. I thank you for watching.